Okay, so there's this guy. I'm sitting here chilling, you know, just trying to learn a little guitar, practice a little guitar, and experimenting with some shit right now. Yeah. So what I'm trying to do, to tell you the truth, is I'm trying to. It's not really what the point was, but I'll tell you what it was. What I'm trying to do, so you can kind of get where I'm coming from. I'm sitting here right now, trying to connect my chords with my scales, so that when I'm playing my rhythm, you know, for those who don't know what the hell that is, I guess you could look it up if you give a shit. But I'm playing my rhythm, my chords, and then I'm trying to hook combine, and fuse my scales in with it. You know, just do single notes with it interchangeably to make it sound more musical. And to tell you the truth, I don't have much facility in that. But there's this guy. I was over here. I saw him coming down. A black guy, you know. Saw him coming jogging down this way. I don't know. Maybe he's training to be heavyweight champion of the world or something. He's got nothing but competition in his head, competitiveness in his head or something. And he's out there. He's talking a little loudly, whoever he was, or something. Maybe get earphones on. I don't know. So I wait for him to pass by, you know, because it's not about trying to impress him or anything like that. I'm doing, like I said, I'm just trying to practice and experiment and do things, right? So I let him pass by. He must have went over here down somewhere and just posted up and listened. You know? So now I'm going to get back to it. And now he runs back over here and saying something again. Oh, the nigga ain't got it. Oh, he ain't got it. And he runs off and starts running down that way, saying whatever he's saying about some other shit or same related shit. Is that what we do? Do we just storm around the world, you know, jogging or otherwise, going on like LL Cool J in the song, I'ma sit and knock you out? I guess it is. And you're like, yeah, that's what we do. Maybe I ought to start doing that. And I kind of like that song too. Mama said knock you out. Mama said knock you out. I'm taking a new turn from what I was going to say when I got on this video. I was going to sit there and condemn it, you know, the whole competitive thing, the competition thing. And just like say, why don't you just focus on yourself? Like I try to focus on myself rather than focus outward and on what he's doing and so on and so forth, you know. I'm just... Maybe it's not really how it works. You know, you can focus on yourself, and somebody says, that's great. You focus on yourself while we focus on you and ourselves and everyone else, which gives us an advantage. My idea is I just want to focus on me and focus on what I'm doing and see what turns out. I think it's like a noble, magnanimous way to do things. Instead of, you know, going over there trying to throw a wrench in your shit or worry so much about what you're doing. And if I was doing stellar, you know, I had it, as you say, it's like, oh, he ain't got it. What if I had it, then what? Would you feel differently towards me? And how would you feel towards me? Would you have respect for me? But you'd still hate me, right? So do you like me now that I don't have it? And what is it that I don't have exactly? I've got a guitar. And for some reason I don't have this guitar. There's so many guitars out there, I'll get another one. I've gone through a lot of guitars. I've got something called I'm 51 years of age. I'll be 52 shortly if I live to see it. Shortly being relatively soon, I guess, a relative term. Some people don't consider about 6 months a short time. They say that by half a fucking year, a lot can be done in half a fucking year. A lot can be done, a lot can change. There's many things can be produced and altered in half a year. Many people don't want to get locked up for half a year. That's a long time. So relatively soon, I guess I'll be 52. Here I am, 51. Maybe I ought to just focus on that. Speaking of getting locked up, there goes the sirens right there. You know? But what is it that I don't have exactly? What is he listening for to say that he's got it? Because maybe that's what I'm working on right now. Because that's probably what people do. When they hear you just sit there and strumming the chords, it's like, okay, that's nice. And when are you going to pick it? You know? So... I don't know. Much can be said for chords. Much can be said for the rhythm. So what is it that I don't have exactly? Maybe according to him, I ain't got it. That's great. He could have kept that to himself. So maybe I ought to uplift this guy next time I see him. And he can be anybody from anywhere. The same guy, but a different guy. Uplift the guy and throw him a curveball or something, right? Just throw some shit at him. Like, just uplift him any way I can uplift him. Maybe I just say, hey, look, you got it, you know, whether it's true or not. You know? Maybe he'll start thinking he can get it. Or he's got it, and maybe start trying to get a little better. I don't know. I'm just feeling off today. I'm not feeling on today. Most people don't admit shit like that. I just made a video a moment ago and put it up. Going on about a Tascam 424 and somebody I saw on YouTube giving you a tutorial on it. You know, and I didn't think about it till after I shot it, I rolled it, I said it, like, yeah, most people don't, especially guys, just like I'm feeling off today or something, right? We don't do things like that, do we? I do a lot of things that most guys don't do, many guys don't do. You know, that's one of the reasons women don't really vibe on me. You know, I got a goofy style. My style is very different, very left field, very not. It can have a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I'm not saying it's entirely one thing or the other, but you know, I've got a dichotomy about me. You know, I'm not just an all-out macho motherfucker and all that shit, you know, all-out fucking, you know, jock or something like that. I got a divide in me. I can be a very nerdy kind of guy, very nerdy, a very fucking offbeat kind of guy, you know. So what are you worried about it? Don't worry about it, you know. Do you see me with all the girls? No. So what's the competition for? Because it came off like competition. I mean, if you wanted to know something about it, you could have walked up and asked me, which I don't really recommend either. I don't encourage either, because I'm like practicing and shit like that. There's a lot of ways you could approach that rather than just sitting around listening to hear me make mistakes and shit while I'm trying to experiment and practice, and then storm off talking about he ain't got it. Maybe he's in a band. Who knows? Maybe I should stop presuming so much. Maybe he's in a band or wants to start a band and wants to know if I had it or not. Could be a lot of things going on with that. But if that's all I've got to go off of, I've got to be the one just to fucking make guesstimations on what that's all about. You say, so what's the point? The point is, you can't change the world, you know? I'm not really complaining so much as making a documentary. So, like, if you ever see me out there, hopefully I don't take myself up on that LL Cool J thing, you know? And then look at Tupac. What happened to Tupac? The competition. He got murdered over competition in the music game. And probably some other things, you know, disrespect for this and disrespect for that, which is all in the game, as they say. That's crazy. You know, we're actually like lions out here, a good bit of us. And it's the most pervasive and prevalent in, I'm not even say the black communities. I'm gonna specify the African American black communities. It's just fucking on a whole nother level of ridiculousness. And I'm not going to start preaching. I don't want to preach. I just want to say what it is and move the fuck on. I'm not trying to say don't do it. I'm not trying to say do it. I'm not trying to say Malcolm X it or Martin Luther King Jr. it. I'm just saying it is what it is. And everybody knows it. It's no fucking secret. So there should be no embarrassment by that. Black men kill each other at fucking astronomical rates just for the competitiveness, the competition of what? What are they competing for? Pussy? Or is there something else they're competing for? Money? To do what? Get pussy? I'm over it.